Welcome everybody to another episode of our video iWoofs. Here we are today with our hosts Dr. Ian Dunbar, Kelly Dunbar, me Jamie Dunbar, and joining us today is Dune in his very own chair.
Dune Dunbar.
Dune Dunbar.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Dune Dunbar? Kelly's going to handle that, I think.
Do you have any answers, Dune? Today we have another question from our Serious fan page on Facebook, and that's Serious Pup on Facebook. Not serious, anyway.
Yeah.
This woman asks, how do I get my English Springer Spaniel to stop barking when we leave her in the kitchen and the rest of us are doing stuff around the house? She's 8 months old. The barking is incessant and only stops if we put her in her crate or are in the same room with her. Or in the same room. There we go. That is her question.
This is probably a biggie. I mean, I think of all the things that dogs do, the thing that makes owners lose their brains is barking. And you look what people do. They either punish the dog, they throw things at the dog, or they try and do things to stop the dog, from barking and to be quiet. And it's so simple. I mean, teach the dog to shush, and to do that, teach the dog to woof first. It's a bad training scenario to try and teach the dog shush when he's barking because he's worked up, either because he's lonely locked in a room, or because someone's at the door or something like that. So we teach him to speak on cue, 1, 2, 3, 4, basic lure reward training, Rover speak, knock, 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 woof, 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 so the dog learns, when they say speak, someone knocks on the door. We get the barking on cue, so then we can teach shush whenever we want to teach shush. It's so simple, yet nobody does it. And so like in this house, it's, Claude can be barking and I'm 2 stories down, so I can say, thank you, Claude, shush. It's that simple, and I don't know why people don't do it. They just get into either now bullying the dog or doing all these things to try and get the dog to stop barking naturally, like being quiet and not disturbing the dog. It really is, to me, it's a huge problem, and it's not just dog owners, it's dog trainers too.
Well, it's all well and good to train the dog to stop barking and to shush on cue, it's true, but I also think if it's an 8-month-old puppy, a couple things she said. First of all, if the puppy's in the crate, or not adolescent, not really puppy, she's quiet. Mm-hmm. So there's less stimulation, I assume, in the crate, and she knows she's supposed to be quiet and settle in her crate. That's good. It's cool. But why not do something to teach her she can settle in the kitchen on her own too? So I would say sure, teach her to shush, but why not also do the same thing you do for crate training and give her stuffed chew toys when she's alone in the kitchen?
Absolutely.
If she's alone and there are people in the house, she's probably, my guess is this isn't an anxiety problem. Sometimes you get dogs that are stressed when they're alone. This is a dog that is saying, I want to be out with you, or I'm bored. Hey, you guys are out having fun. Yeah. What are you doing? I think giving her something active to do that will keep her busy, focused, and then help her settle down.
And get her to lie down too.
Would be the best thing. So stuffed chew toys or some kind of interactive food stuffed toy, let her be that project time. So she learns that there is something she can do on her own that is fun, even when people are home. So that they don't have to be quiet when they're home, or have her right there next to them if they really want some downtime. I think it's important for dogs to learn to chill on their own even when we are home, not just when we're not just when we're gone.
Yeah, equally as important, we want to teach the dog to enjoy chilling on your own. So I would do my patent procedure here, where I would let the dog, my patented procedure, it's not patented, but I love it. And I would let the dog watch me stuff his chew toy, bit of cheese in, bit of kibble, bit of bacon maybe, and a bit of freeze-dried liver. And I'd show it to the dog. Then I'd open the kitchen door and go and tie it to an eye hook in the wall near the dog's bed. Then I'd come out of the kitchen again with the dog out of the kitchen. So the dog looks at me like, what did you do with that chew toy? You left it in the kitchen, fool. And so I say, do you want to go in the kitchen? Do you want to go in the kitchen? The dog says, yeah. I'd open the door, the dog will happily go in the kitchen, lie down, chew its chew toy without barking. Problem solved.
Bit of reverse psychology there. Oh, goodness.
Yes?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Are you alright?
Yeah, and just somebody else should talk for a minute.
I think we have to end now, guys. Medic.
No, but that is, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I think The 1-2 of barking is, number one, reduce the number of barks
So stuffed chew toy.
by only feeding your dog from stuffed chew toys. You reprogram the dog in a week that now, rather than having a recreational barking habit, he has a recreational chew toy habit, and when he's chewing the chew toy, he's lying down and he's not barking. Then number two, teach the dog to bark on cue and shush on cue. It's no different from a child. I mean, with a child, we wouldn't lock them in the kitchen. You know, we would say, excuse me, shush, I'm speaking now, thank you. And then, hey, now we'll go out and say, let's have some silly time, scream, you know. And some dogs, I feel sorry for them, especially if you've got like a cocker miniature schnauzer cross, and we say, you're never going to bark in this town again. I mean, it's cruel. That's the quintessence of being a miniature schnauzer and a cocker. So put him in your car, drive out into the freeway, and tell him, okay, bark, buddy, have a barkathon, get it out of your system. And then we find, you know, barking isn't that huge problem. But it really is. It's a problem that cripples people's brains. And you can take a good trainer who can train a dog to heel immaculately, yet when their dog barks, what do? They rattle a can or squirt him in the face with lemon juice. It's like, duh.
Or more likely just say, no bark, no bark,
No bark,
no bark,
yeah, like
and join the chorus.
Yeah. So that's what, you know, playing a game, the old woof shush game. You know, the woof relay. What we find is dogs in the canine games who compete in the woof relay, they don't have barking problems at home because all the dogs have learned to speak on cue and to shush on cue. Simple as that. There we go. See you, folks.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for watching.
Bye.